Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Destiny Moon Tarot, and welcome to yet another pick a card reading. In today's reading, I'm going to be finding out what your destiny is or what your purpose in life is. This could be the main purpose of your life, or this could be just one of the purpose of your life. A lot of people also make a career out of their purpose and out of their destiny, so I'm also going to be finding out potential career options for you guys as well. I am a firm believer of destiny. My channel is called Destiny Moon Tarot. Let me introduce you to today's three groups. We have group number 1 with the green aventurine heart crystal, we have group number 2 with the opalite heart crystal, and we have group number 3 with the amethyst heart crystal. Now, as always, you can pause this video if you'd like to, take as much time as you need to pick either one or multiple of these groups intuitively, and once you have made your decision, you can find the timestamps that correlate to your group's reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comments. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the green aventurine heart crystal, so let's find out what is your destiny, what is your purpose in life. This is your main purpose in life or one of the purpose of your life, okay? Just in case you've missed the intro, I'm gonna start off with your oracle cards first to find out what your main purpose in life is. So first up here we have joy, strength, and magic. Okay, so group number 1, I feel like your main purpose in life or your destiny is to overcome obstacles by showing strength, and by also at the same time, you know, creating joy in your life and still keeping hope and still keeping faith in magic. Okay, so I feel like you guys have been through a lot in life already, irrespective of your age. You might be someone who's had a particularly difficult childhood as well, and I feel like you've maybe gone through things that the average person your age hasn't gone through, or maybe you've like seen some really difficult hardships that most people don't get to see, sometimes even throughout their life, but somehow you have overcome such situations or you have faced such situations. Like life maybe has been a little bit tough on you ever since you were born. It almost feels like that. Okay, maybe it was the circumstances that you were born under, or like, you know, maybe your childhood, like I said, wasn't that great either because of the family you were born into or the place that you were born into. Maybe there was a conflict or war, or you know, just some sort of instability in your childhood, or maybe there are just like hardships even now in life. Okay, and it almost feels like when one difficult situation or challenging situation gets over, another one arises in your life. It almost feels like that has been your life up until now, or maybe that is what your life has felt like up until now. Maybe you have felt like the obstacles that you have overcome were quite unfair and shouldn't have, you know, been a part of your life in the first place. Like maybe you were too young to experience something like that, or you know, you're a nice person and you don't deserve to be treated that way. Maybe that's how you have been thinking. Like even if this was not something extremely bad, like even if this was just, say, like really bad breakups throughout your life, okay, and otherwise your life was pretty good, it still maybe to you felt like you don't deserve to be put in such bad relationships, and you deserve love, and you haven't been able to receive that or like be in a healthy relationship up until now in your life. Like that's just an example that's coming through. So like it doesn't have to be something crazy like being born in poverty, or like, you know, fleeing from conflict in a country or a war in a country, like even if that's not something that you've been through, like the challenges that you have faced, however big or small they may seem to the world, to you they felt like a big deal, and to you it felt like you were too young to go through something like that, and also felt like you didn't deserve to go through something like that. Okay, so yeah, like that's something that I'm picking up on from like your vibe. But I definitely feel like your destiny or one of your purpose in life is to remain strong in your life so that you're able to overcome obstacles, because we all have to face challenges in our lives. Okay, and we can do that in one of two ways. We can either like face them head on, or we can, you know, just stay in victim mentality and like just let these situations or these obstacles dictate our life, dictate our circumstances, dictate how we view problems, how we view ourselves, how we view our destiny or our fate or our luck. So yeah, I definitely feel like one of your purpose in life or your destiny in life is to remain strong. Okay, to choose the former option and not the latter option. Okay, so you're meant to come out of victim mentality, you're meant to like, you know, be strong, and you're meant to like make light of life. Okay, don't take yourself seriously and don't take anything personally is one of your purpose in life. Like that's your destiny, to just find joy in those stressful situations, to find things that bring you happiness and joy even when things are bad. Because like I said, we all go through bad phases in our life and we all go through hardships in our lives, and it's up to us to, you know, overcome it, come out of it, and at the same time not let it affect how we see ourselves, how we see our worth, how we see the world, right? So yeah, that's a message that's coming through. You're also meant to like just believe in magic. You're meant to believe in a higher power, in God, in the universe, whatever it is that you naturally find yourself drawn to and find yourself believing in, is something that you definitely should put your faith in, because the whole point of life is to have hope. Okay, hope, and like hope is basically going to give us the strength to overcome difficult situations. And you know, when we are optimistic, it just makes it easier to find joy in the little things in life. So your destiny or your purpose in life is to just, yeah, not take anything seriously, not take life too seriously, to not take everything personally as well. Now this could apply to your own life, but this could also apply to what you could do as a career. And like your destiny or your purpose could be to help other people overcome difficult situations, or remain strong in, you know, bad situations, or to provide people joy and entertainment when they're feeling down and low, or to help them believe in magic, or to look up to something, or to believe in something. Okay, so a lot of people, like I was saying in my introduction, which if you have missed, I'll quickly just repeat, like a lot of people make a career out of their purpose or out of their destined path, right? So yeah, this could be something that you could apply internally to you, but this is also something that you could apply externally and do this as a career. Okay, so you could be an entertainer of some sort, you could be a comedian, a magician, you could also be like a tarot reader, you could be someone who's into spirituality, so like, you know, giving motivational speeches. If you want to involve like, you know, religion, then maybe you can like speak about your own religion and like provide hope and provide faith to people who depend on religion to feel good and to, you know, give them strength. But you could also do something a lot more practical. Okay, like you could also be like a lawyer or a doctor or an advisor of some kind. You could be physical trainer, okay, you could be like a chiropractor or something of that sort as well, something that provides strength to people, okay, like a financial advisor as well, so that they so that people feel safe and secure and they feel like their finances are sorted, basically. Yeah, so that's also something that you could possibly pursue as a potential career option. Let's now get your tarot cards. I'm going to be live shuffling the Pulp Girls tarot deck to get some more information about what your destiny is or what your purpose is. Some of you could also work with children, so helping children who come from maybe troubled homes or troubled families, or children who have faced some sort of trauma, so like becoming a pediatrician or becoming a child therapist, child psychologist, that sort of a situation, a school teacher even, a counselor in a school, something of that sort as well is something that you could do. You could also be like a storyteller, so like a writer, any sort of entertainer for that matter, you know, an actor, a mime, a comedian, like I said, a magician, and yeah, a writer as well is something that you could do. Graphic designing as well, and like, I'm just gonna wait for the ambulance to pass by. And that's giving me another message. You could also like work in like as a nurse, like in a hospital setting where, you know, you could work as a nurse, or you could work as like, you know, what's the name of the doctor who comes in the ambulance? There's like a specific word for it. So you could be someone of that sort. You could be someone who also like someone who helps with like breath work, a Reiki healer, that sort of a career also you could pursue is something that I'm picking up on. Yeah, a therapist. Okay, so first up here we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles, okay, we have the 2 of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands. Oh, okay, we have 3 cards that have come out. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Cups, which I also would very much like to add somewhere, maybe here. Okay, and your bottom deck energy is the 3 of Pentacles. You've gotten so many cards, so many more than I was hoping to get for you. So yeah, this could also be a sign that you are meant to be like a giver, a provider, a helper of some sort, you know, maybe in like your career, or even just in general, if you are someone who has always felt like you have always been the giver and you haven't really been on the receiving end, then maybe that is also part of your purpose or part of your destiny, to be there for people who don't have enough, so that you're able to give to them. And yeah, and I know sometimes it feels unfair to not get the same things back in return, or to not even get half of what you are giving back, but honestly I do believe that, and this is like a personal belief of mine, that nothing that we ever give out of the goodness of our heart goes unnoticed or unappreciated, or even like, you know, like it doesn't go unrequited is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like this is something that is easier said than done. I know, like when you're in that situation, it feels really bad to just be a giver and not receive anything, but I honestly believe that if we give out of the goodness of our heart, that comes back to us in some shape, way or form. If not through the same person that we are giving to, then through someone else, but it will come back to us for sure. That's just a personal belief that I have, and you might also have that belief, or maybe that is something that you can think about and see if that is something that you can believe in, or if that's something that you could find yourself putting your faith in, just that kind of belief system. So yeah, if you have been the kind of person who's been giving a lot and felt like you weren't able to receive, I definitely feel like part of your destiny, also considering we have the Six of Pentacles, is that you are meant to give. You are meant to be there for people, help people, you know, yeah, like do a lot of charity work, do a lot of helpful activities, and not really expect anything in return, because like these are things that will come around. And like I wasn't even planning to do this, but like the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups are at the end, so like I feel like, yeah, this is like a circle, right? What goes around comes around. So like just give without expecting too much in return. And again, I know this is easier said than done, but yeah, maybe this is just something for you to contemplate on and see if that is something that you can find yourself to do, because it does look like it's part of your destiny to give. But then at the same time, I also see you receiving. Okay, I see you in the Nine of Pentacles and in the Nine of Cups. I do see that you get everything that you want. The Nine of Cups is literally the wish fulfillment card, so like in the end you do get exactly what it is that you want. And even if that means that initially you have to start out on your own, or like, you know, look out for yourself and, you know, do things for yourself and take care of yourself, eventually you will reach a point where what you want out of life is going to be given to you. And one of your purpose in life is also to, maybe through your career or through whatever it is that you do in life, there is a possibility that you will come into some sort of wealth. So one of your destiny or your purpose in life is also to like donate to charities, help the homeless or the less fortunate, like materialistically, but also help people with mindsets. Okay, so like helping people take action so that they can also become independent, so that they can also be someone who can take care of themselves, so that they're capable enough of taking care of themselves. So you know how like the givers give and the takers take, and you have maybe felt like you have picked people up from their rock bottom only to be stranded by them, only to be left out by them. Like once they have gotten what they wanted to out of you, they just leave you stranded. This is a sign that, you know, that is one of your purpose, but at the same time you're also being asked to like set better boundaries, be more expressive. You can be there for people without being taken advantage of. There is a way of doing both of these things. You can be giving and you can be caring and considerate towards other people's feelings. You can help other people as well, but at the same time you can also make sure that your resources, whether that's actual money or whether that's your time, whether that's your love, whether that's your consideration, is not being taken advantage of and is not being taken for granted, and that you're not being used basically. So yeah, there is a way for you to set better boundaries, become better at communication, you know, not be such a people pleaser, not help someone because you're trying to please them or because you're trying to come across as someone really nice, but just helping them because you are a nice person. Yeah, so yeah, there is this like duality here where you're meant to stay strong but also stay soft, whether this is to be applied in your own life or whether this is to be applied in your career or just in the way that you interact with other people as well. Okay, so find a balance between helping other people but also standing up for yourself, because no matter how much you give, know that you are going to receive the same amount back in some shape, way or form. What goes around comes back around. You just need to focus on your karma, and you also need to focus on filling your own cup first before you go around pouring into other people's cups. You need to, you know, put yourself first every once in a while, okay? Every now and then it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to not be able to be there for people in the way that they expect you to be. Whatever little you can give that, but give it out of the goodness of your heart, and not because you're trying to, you know, show people or portray something to people, a part of you that maybe isn't true, but like isn't something that you're very comfortable with, okay? So like just give to a level where you feel comfortable, and if you're not comfortable, then yeah, set those boundaries. So yeah, that's the message that I've received for you guys, group number 1. Let me know whether this reading resonated or not in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the opalite heart crystal, so let's find out what your purpose is, what your destined path is. If you missed the intro, this could be just either your main purpose in life or just one of your purposes in life. So I'm gonna start off with your oracle cards right here. First up we have oh my god, we have abundance twice. All right, and then we have fear. Okay, group number 2. Immediately what I can see is that there is some healing that you need to do when it comes to your abundance mindset or your money mindset. Think about what you think of abundance. Like, what does abundance look like to you, first of all? Secondly, what's your relationship like with money? Okay, do you have a good relationship with money? Do you have a bad relationship with money? What are your thoughts about money? Do you feel like you have to do bad things and be a bad person in order to make a lot of money? Or do you feel like, you know, if you spend money then it's gone, it's never gonna come back? Those are mindsets that you need to think about, and that is something that you need to work on, because I feel like a fear of losing your abundance, or a fear of losing what you already have, and a fear of like not even having what you want, like a fear of not being able to experience your desires, and feeling like your desires would never be met, or feeling like you are unlucky, is something that you really need to change, because that fear is something that's holding you back in life. That fear is blocking your abundance manifestation. It's also blocking abundance from coming into your life. It's blocking the flow of abundance in your life. Okay, so that is something that you really need to work on, is something that I'm picking up on. Like, a very important thing for you to do in this lifetime is to overcome any kind of fear you have in and around abundance. For some of you, because there's so much green here, I feel like your heart chakra is something that you need to work on. Okay, so like fearing, like this is not a practical fear, this is a fear in your heart. Okay, so this could be like a fear, like you could be in a very comfortable position financially, but you might still fear stuff. Okay, so like your practical brain is like, you know what, why are you even scared? It's fine, we're all sorted, we have savings, why are you scared? But somehow your heart is afraid of the unknown. And for some of you, this could also be like a fear around love. Okay, so like a fear around loving relationships, where you are maybe cynical, maybe you are possessive, you're doubtful, you're suspicious of people with good intentions, because you're like, oh, this person is only pretending to have good intentions towards me. What is you know, their ulterior motive, why they're being so nice to me. That is like a mindset that you need to change. That is like a fear that you need to overcome, because it's blocking you from living a very abundant life. Okay, a fear, some of you could also be hypochondriatic, tick or ick, hypochondria is what it's called, right? It's where you you know, believe that you have symptoms, and even though you're not actually sick, you're convinced in your mind that you are sick. So yeah, for some of you, this is around health, this fear around health. Like maybe someone in your family has had some sort of disease, and now you're scared that, you know, you're also gonna get it, which of course, yes, is possible, but the best way to deal with that is to get regular checkups done, to make sure that you live a very healthy lifestyle. You know, you can discuss these things with your doctor, and I'm sure you'll come up with practical solutions that are very doable. But I think something that's like holding you back is fear. Okay, like maybe you're too fearful to even go to a doctor, because you're like, oh my god, what if I get a routine test done and find out that there's something wrong with me, or you know, that I am sick. So like ignorance is bliss is maybe a mindset that you're currently living in, but that is blocking you from abundance. Okay, whether that's an abundance of love, money, health, wealth, okay, whatever it is. So yeah, that is your destiny. If you've missed the intro, I also mentioned that, you know, a lot of people make a career out of their destiny, or out of their purpose in life. So maybe your purpose in life could also be to help other people overcome fears of abundance, overcome like a mindset of lack, overcome you know, blockages that they have when it comes to either like their chakras, or you know, love, or like again, you could work in the healthcare system, you could be like a healer of some sort, okay, a therapist, a motivational speaker, an advisor of some kind. These were the same career options that even group number 1 got. So like if you were drawn to group number 1, then maybe that's a reading for you as well, to check out if you'd like to. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up for you guys. Like some sort of healing profession is something that you would be quite good at. A therapist, a counselor, yeah, a doctor, a motivational speaker, a spiritual teacher as well, yeah, some sort of like a life coach. Yeah, that's something that I'm getting here. Financial planner. Okay, let's now live shuffle your tarot. This is the Pulp Girls Tarot deck, to find out some more information about what is your destiny. Group number 2. So we have the High Priestess, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Moon, as well as the 7 of Cups. Okay, bottom deck energy is the Fool. So yeah, start afresh, start anew. Yeah, so starting from scratch. Okay, changing mindsets, unlearning behaviors could be something that you either apply to yourself internally, or something that you could do externally for other people, whether that's just something that you do out of the goodness of your heart, or whether that is something that you make a career out of. With the High Priestess and the Moon here, I am picking up on like you having really good psychic abilities. And yes, my phone just rang, so I feel like I'm on the right path telling you this. You could be a medium, so you might, you know, hear things. Like you could be one of the clairs, you could hear things, you could see things. You could be a medium, you could probably be able to talk to spirits from a different realm. You can communicate with maybe people who have passed on. You could be a tarot reader, as well, a Reiki healer. Yes, going down a spiritual path is something that could definitely help you, is what I'm picking up on with the moon and the high priestess. But with the moon and the high priestess, I'm also getting the fact that, you know, yes, focusing on your fear and unlearning things, you know, really tapping into your emotions, understanding where those emotions and where those fears stem from, so that you can deal with them or find a solution for them so that they are removed from the root, is something that is really going to help you. Okay, so like this is not like a superficial fear. I think this is like a fear that goes deep down. So yeah, you are being asked to, like, you know, be more in tune with your emotions. Sit with your emotions, find out what they're trying to tell you, because our emotions are nothing but ways for our self to communicate, like our body and our mind to communicate with us and let us know what we need to do, basically. Okay, so there's no such thing as good emotions or bad emotions. They're just communicating with us about what we should do, or what our body or our mind or our soul wants us to do. Yeah, because yes, we are holding ourselves back. We definitely are not living up to our full potential, and we know that, and that's why it's probably keeping us up at night. It's giving us anxiety, it's giving us fear, it's probably, you know, like making our default reaction to things be something where like our default reaction to anything happening to us would be that we would either overthink, overanalyze, and jump to conclusion. Like that's our default setting, that's how we operate, or that's how we function, and that's holding us back, that's blocking our abundance. So yeah, that's something that you're definitely being asked to work on. Maybe like going to therapy or talking to someone who's non-judgmental, someone who you can be your true vulnerable self with, is going to help. Okay, so like asking for help is definitely going to help. And yeah, you're being asked to take like small baby steps. Okay, work on one thing at a time. Your destiny is to pick like one thing and focus on that one thing, master that one thing, and then move on to the next. Okay, so basically what I'm picking up on here is that you can be the jack of all trades and master them all as well at the same time, if you only focus on each thing at one particular time. If you're focusing on your career, then focus just on your career. If you're focusing on your love life, then focus just on your love life. Okay, so like that's something that you're being asked to do. Like pick a lane and stick to that lane. Don't abandon it midway just because you don't see progress quickly, or just because you see progress happening very slowly. Don't jump to conclusions and say, oh, this is not possible for me, I've been doing this for 6 months and it's not really working out for me. I feel like this is my impatient group. This is the group of people that like look at the mirror after, you know, having one salad and waiting and expecting for like changes to show in your body almost immediately, which won't happen majority of the times. Yes, you probably will not feel as bloated as you normally do if you eat something else, but other than that, like, you know, there's not much of like a long-term change that you're going to notice in your body, right, after eating just one salad. So yeah, give yourself time, show yourself grace. Okay, it's okay to take baby steps, it's okay to take time to get there. Like I said, this is something that is quite deep rooted, and obviously that's going to take some time to heal from, or this is going to take some time for you to unlearn. So give yourself that time, give yourself grace. Okay, be kind and gentle with yourself. Okay, trust the process and just don't be super impatient. Okay, group number 2, I feel like that's the message that's coming through for you. With the King of Cups, I'm also picking up on the fact that a water sign could be quite important in your life. So like a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian could be quite important in your life, and this person could help you overcome this fear or unlearn these limiting beliefs. Or this could also mean that you, like, when you focus on one thing at a time, you will find that you are better equipped, not just emotionally but also physically, spiritually, financially, able to focus on one thing. And you know, you don't feel as tired that easily, you don't feel as exhausted that easily, because you're focusing on one thing. It doesn't feel like this journey or this path is a burden, or it's like too overwhelming, or it's too much for you to deal with or handle. You know, if you take like just things slowly, if you take just one day at a time, deal with one thing at a time. Yeah, and don't be in a rush, don't be in a rush. Okay, it's okay, it's okay to take your own time, it's okay to, you know, grow at your own pace. There are 8 billion people on this planet. We can't all live, you know, our lives in the same time frame. You know, the same things at the same time cannot happen to all of us. So yeah, maybe someone took just 6 months to make money, but you are doing the same thing, and maybe it's taking you 5 years, but it's okay, it's okay. Give yourself time, because in those 5 years you're also going to be gaining more experience, you're also going to be, you know, understanding maybe the trends, maybe you're going to be understanding the target audience better, right? So you will be able to work efficiently, right? You are going to be collecting experience, collecting knowledge, which is stuff that's only going to help you further down the road, right? So yeah, give yourself grace, take it slow, just believe in the process, trust in the process, and yeah, work on one thing at a time. Don't be reading too many self-help books one after the other. Okay, just like, even if you're reading just one self-help book at a time, don't just like finish it off in 2 days. Like, read one chapter or read like the first 5 pages, try to implement that in your life, and then move on to the next chapter or the next 5 pages. Okay, so yeah, it's not just about collecting things, it's about how you use them, right? It's not just about collecting the abundance, it's about how you create more abundance. It's an ongoing process. So yeah, that is the message that's coming through for you, group number 2. I really hope that this reading helped in some way, shape or form. Let me know in the comments whether it resonated or not. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the amethyst heart crystal, so let's find out what your purpose in life is, or what your destiny is. If you've missed the intro, this could be the main purpose of your life, or this could be one of the purposes of your life. So let's begin with your pre-shuffled oracle cards. Here we have spirituality, we have anger, and we have intuition. Okay, group number 3. So immediately for you guys, I almost feel like this might also be my group, because I feel very called out by the universe right now, just with the message that I'm receiving immediately. It's like this tough love kind of a message of this like sarcastic friend who's just like rolling her eyes at you and saying, listen, that's not how it's done. But yeah, okay, so with anger, spirituality and intuition, what I'm picking up on is that your destiny in life, or your purpose in life, could be to be on a spiritual journey, could be that you are meant to go down the path of spirituality, to be a spiritual person, to basically make spirituality your whole personality. Something that I'm hearing. Yeah, there's just like a sassy tone in which the universe is communicating with me with your group's reading, group number 3. And yeah, my phone just went off. So yes, that's just confirmation that this is meant to be a light-hearted reading, even though it's a message of tough love. Okay, so on your path to spirituality, you are meant to, or you are destined to follow your intuition, you know, listen to your gut a lot more. Okay, and that is going to help you with any kind of anger issues that you have. Yeah, I'm picking up on like a blocked throat chakra, and I'm also picking up on like gut issues. So like if you have felt like you either have gut issues where you feel bloated, you know, stomach issues, maybe you have IBS, yeah, that is something that you could possibly be going through. Or maybe like, you know, throat issues are something that come up for you quite often. So like maybe like, you know, you're the kind of person, you would eat one ice cream and you would fall sick, or you would like, you know, drink one glass of cold drink and you would immediately start feeling like it's blocking your throat. So if those are like physical symptoms that you notice in yourself, then that's confirmation that this is your reading, because those issues could very much stem from, you know, you not listening to your intuition, you not listening to your gut feeling, and you also not acting upon that intuition. So you not expressing how you feel, or you not, you know, basically when we hold back on our intuition, when we don't listen to our intuition, we either get like gut health issues, or we get like a blocked throat chakra, because our intuition is telling us to say something but we don't say it. So that's like, yeah, in like a lot of ancient civilizations, you know, people have connected physical symptoms to you know, like spiritual mind blocks, or like spiritual blocks, or also like, you know, blocked chakras, or also like, you know, I mean, even in psychology, it's like, you know, a lot of illnesses are psychosomatic. You know, we think of them in our brain before they start manifesting in our body, right? So yeah, so just an example of that could be like, you know, when we find that we are someone who's very anxious, or we overthink quite a lot, or we're constantly like overthinking, or we're overburdened with things, that might manifest as neck pains, back pains, migraines, headaches, you know, that sort of thing. And when we don't listen to our intuition, when we don't listen to our gut feeling, that could lead to like, you know, intolerance, or like gut health issues, IBS, bloating, acne, that sort of a situation. So yeah, you're being asked to go down a path of spirituality where you can heal yourself from within, so that you're able to heal on the outside as well, so that you're able to heal like your health, you're able to like heal in general, right? But also just going down the path of spirituality and like listening to your intuition, going with your gut feeling, listening to your intuition is something that is definitely going to help you heal from the pain, which is where anger arises from. Beneath anger is a lot of pain, is a lot of hurt. So yeah, like really working on the inside is gonna help you work on the outside or manage the outside, okay? And there's construction work going outside, which didn't start when I was doing group 1 or 2's reading. It started when I started doing your reading. So yeah, this is just, take this as a sign as well, like, you know, when you work on the foundation of the house, you know that the external structure, the internal structure, it's strong enough, then you know it's going to last the test of time, basically, right? So when you work on the inside, when your foundation is strong, everything else will fall into place, everything else will become easier to maintain, everything else will just be surface level maintenance that you'll have to do, right? So that's what you're being called to do. You're being called to do like the inner work, the internal healing, healing from the inside so that it shows on the outside. Yeah. Yeah, and like just as I'm done with that, sorry group 3, there was an issue with my SD card, but yeah, that's a sign as well, like, just when I was done giving you the message is exactly when my camera just got off. So yeah, so going down this path of spirituality, and like maybe that's something that you will start to notice, like the minute that you start working on healing from that pain and listening to your intuition a lot more, you will start to notice that any like physical health issues that you've had, or even mental health issues that you've had, might start to show improvement, might start to either completely heal or just get better, almost like it's happening on its own, even though it's not. It's happening because you're working on the inside. So yeah, that's also a message that is coming through for you, group number 3. Now let's live shuffle the Pulp Girls tarot deck for you guys to find out some more information about what your destiny is. Ooh, we have the Empress. I want to keep her on top. Okay, so we have the Empress, we have the 10 of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, Temperance, the Devil, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, bottom deck energy, Death. So yes, transformation is something that is like really required in your life, and that is something that you are destined to do. Okay, you are destined to transform your life. Okay, you're destined to transform your health, you're destined to you're destined, and your purpose in life is to make big changes in this life. Okay, like who you were 10 years ago is not who you're going to be 10 years later, and there's still just like growth. There's growth that's happening every year, and like there's no ending it. You're just like changing your life. You're going a complete 180 and you're changing your life completely. That is what you're destined to do. Again, something that if you have missed the intro, I'm going to quickly mention that a lot of people make their destiny or make their purpose their career as well. So yeah, that is something that you could do as a career. You could pursue a career in spirituality, become a tarot reader, become a spiritual teacher. You could become a healer of some sort, a therapist, someone who works on someone who helps other people work on their chakras, someone who helps other people unblock their chakras. You could get into like unconventional forms of healing, so like becoming a doctor in the sense of not being like a science doctor, but like an Ayurvedic doctor, or like a healer of that kind, like a doctor in the sense that you follow practices from ancient cultures. that kind of a thing is something that you could do. You could help people with anger management, so becoming a therapist, a counselor, that's something that you could do as well. A yoga teacher, just anything that's helping people transform or change their life is something that you can do. With the Empress here, I mean, you could also work in fashion. You could be like a stylist, a makeup artist, something of that sort, is like a spiritual teacher basically, and you can focus just on love or focus on helping people step into their divine feminine as well, or help people on their spiritual journey, help people fight addictions. That is also something that you could help people with. Again, this is all stuff that you can, like, if you're destined to do this and if this is your purpose in life, then this could either be something that you could imply internally and work on yourself and, you know, make these changes in your own life, or you can help someone else, okay, by making this your career, or by just helping someone else in your free time with stuff like this, okay, volunteer work, doing charities, you know, making donations, that sort of a thing is something that you could also do, right? If you don't want to do this, like if you don't want to pursue this as a career, or if you feel like this is not really something that you need to focus on internally, you can do this externally as well. So yeah, those are like the potential career options that I was picking up for you guys. With the Empress and the Ace of Cups, definitely something that you're destined to experience, or one of the purpose of your life is maybe to be seen, to be known. You could be an influencer, like a fashion influencer, a beauty influencer. You could work in the entertainment business where a lot of people have their eyes on you, or you're also destined to be someone whose energy is very magnetic, very attractive, and you are meant to be someone who's very loving, okay? It's your destiny to love and be loved, like have people look up to you, but at the same time there's also a lot of love that you have to give to people. With the Ace of Cups, like, you know, with the love just like overflowing your cup. So yeah, your destiny is also that you are going to receive a lot of love, but you will also be giving a lot of love, okay? This could be romantic, platonic, you know, just professionally as well. For some of you, your destiny could also be having a child, or like being a parent. This could be like, you know, an actual human baby or a pet baby, doesn't really matter. You know, you can, there are many ways to be a parent, there are many ways to be a mother. So yeah, that is also one of your purposes in life, to be a mother, or to work with children as well, to maybe love children. I'm also picking up on, like, it is your purpose and your destiny to live out of your healthy divine feminine, to work on it and to embody it, to embody like goddess energy, and to live that life. And that's what makes you magnetic and attractive to other people, and that's how you attract people who you can, you know, pour your love into, and that's how you attract people who also pour their love into you. So yeah, that is your destiny. Your destiny is also to be quite abundant materially. So like you could like maybe your purpose and your destiny is also to just like make a lot of money so that you're able to do charity work, or, you know, just live a very abundant life so that you can show people that this is a lifestyle that is possible even for them. That's also something that I'm picking up on. Please do not take offense to this, because I don't think it's offensive, first of all. But for some of you, I'm also picking up on like the fact that you, some of you could be like destined to marry into wealth. So like either you're like born into wealth, so like there's generational wealth, but Your destiny could also be that you're marrying someone who's just as wealthy as you, or even much more wealthier than you. And it is your destiny to enjoy the good things in life, to enjoy the fine things in life, to enjoy the privilege as well. You can acknowledge it and enjoy it at the same time. Okay, so yeah, like I said, please do not take offense to any of this. I'm not calling you like a gold digger or a trophy wife at all, but like if that is something that you resonate with, if that is something that you want out of your life, then yeah, I definitely see that as being a part of your purpose or a part of your destiny as well. With the Temperance, I definitely get like very angelic qualities. Like Temperance to me is the card of, you know, balancing and also like living a very tempered life to a point where you choose to be optimistic. You choose to look at the bright side of things. Like if there, and the fact that it's right next to the Devil, like when there is an option given to you to choose between over drinking and saying no, I'm done, I feel like when the Temperance card comes out, it gives me an indication that you will choose to stop. Okay, you will choose to know where your limits are, and you are good at self-discipline. Okay, and that is something that I definitely see as part of your destiny. You're also probably destined to leave toxic situations, leave toxic environments, leave behind addictions, limiting self-belief, leaving behind control, leaving behind ego, and stepping more into, like I said, more spirituality. Okay, being part of something bigger. Okay, instead of you focusing just on yourself, instead of you thinking only about yourself, you're thinking about yourself as part of the universe. Okay, you're part of something bigger, and we're all connected, and like collective consciousness is something that you would focus on more, like less egoistic, arrogant and stubborn, and more, you know, living a healthy lifestyle, living from a place of health and abundance that is good for you but also good for others in a non-greedy way. Yeah, that's something that I'm picking up on. Like you're meant to enjoy the riches that you have, but you're not meant to hoard, and that is part of your destiny. Like having money which you are able to enjoy, but at the same time you're also able to share that with other people. Having people look up to you and, you know, appreciate you and love you, but also having love to give to other people. Yeah, so there's like a good healthy balance of give and take in your destiny, and that's your purpose, you know, finding balance. Again, with the Two of Pentacles, you know, finding balance, not overworking yourself, not overwhelming yourself, not taking too much on your, like not having too much on your plate, basically not biting more than you can chew, you know, living a soft life, living an easy life, living a life of privilege, acknowledging it, but also appreciating it and being grateful for it, and using that privilege for good. Okay, using it not just to better yourself but also to better others. Yeah, that is something that I'm picking up on for you guys, group number 3. Guys, with the 10 of Wands, what I'm seeing is, again, working on those people-pleasing tendencies. Like you're not going to give more than you're getting, you're not going to take too much on, you're not giving into temptations very easily, you are not doing something that your intuition is telling you that you shouldn't do. Okay, that is what's in your destiny, and that could be something that you can work towards. It could be something that you can help other people work towards, or this could also be something that, you know, if you're living right now, if you're living this kind of life right now, then this is just confirmation for you to be grateful about it and not feel guilty for having privilege, not feeling guilty for having things while there are other people who are suffering and struggling. Yeah. Because like an example that I was getting is that I very recently had dental surgery, and everyone in my house was just so good to me. Like, you know, my parents were really, like, you know, attentive towards me. I had friends who were checking up on me, and like there were a couple of days where while I was recovering, I genuinely felt guilty for the amount of love that I was getting, because I was like, oh my god, there are people out there who are in much more pain than I am, but they have to go out and work because, you know, they have to put food on the table. And look at me, I'm just able to take a week off of work and still be comfortable enough to live my life. And, you know, there are people out there who have no one who's checking up on them when they're in pain, but like, look at me having so many people checking up on me, looking after me, you know, bringing me milkshakes, bringing me food, you know, and yeah, so that was just something that I had to work on, to just be like, you know what, instead of me feeling guilty about this, let me just be grateful for it and appreciate it. And that's exactly what I did. I focused all of that energy on being grateful for it, and like actually reaching out to these people and telling them how much I appreciate them reaching out to me and being there for me and helping me out when I was, you know, in pain quite literally. So yeah, that is something that is part of your destiny, like not being guilty about the things that you have, but being more appreciative of the things that you have, finding value in the things that you have, so that you're able to maintain those things, value those things, you know, bring in more abundance of those things into your life, and also being there for other people in that capacity when they need you, because you're like, you know what, I have experienced this, and because my cup is overflowing, I have love to give to other people. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna end your reading group number 3. Let me know what you think about this reading in the comment section below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more readings from me. I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.